very spiky underfoot. I thought you'd like it out here. Okay, so we have just walked from way over there. We are here at Little Eye, and just over there, I don't know whether you can see it, is Hilbre. We are about halfway there.
Look how pretty.
It's so cute. So we are right out in the middle of the Dee estuary, right at the mouth. Chester is somewhere down there. I really hope you can hear me over this wind. There's Wales. So we're going to have a little bit of...
Finland somewhere over there.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little explore and then continue on. All of this was up there.
Oh,
Yeah. I think it's like a general thing. Every single winter when we have a storm, a little bit of the island gets washed away, or crumbles in this case. There's actually parts of the island which are held up by walls because the waves have undercut them so much. Okay, so we are now at Hillbury Island. There's the little path that will take us up onto the island. And we have walked, well, you can't really see it, I can see it, but I doubt you'll be able to pick it up on the camera. We've walked about 1.5 miles. Very nice walk. Okay, so we're in Ladies' Cave. I used to eat my lunch when I was doing my bachelor's dissertation. I used to, stand up. I used to stand up. I used to watch the seals from the cliff overhead, and then when it was lunchtime I'd come down here and eat my sandwiches and get challenged for them by a crab sometimes. Hey little dude. Hey little dude. Over. Success! Action!
Hello guys, it is Niina from Fairychamber, and I'm here with my friend Emma from Easy Hibbs.
Yeah.
The writer Easy Hibbs.
Hello!
And we are here in the
Hillbury Island.
Hillbury Island,
Yeah.
looking for mermaids
Yeah.
and seashells. Just have a good look around.
Yeah. We had a really cool walk out. We can put that in the video later. So yeah, the weather is gorgeous. We are just sitting in a little secluded cove all by ourselves, and we're going to have a little chat about mermaids because this just seems to be the perfect place for it.
That's true. There's lots of mermaid stuff here.
Yeah. And not to mention mermaids' purses.
Oh yeah, mermaids' purses.
I think you went a little bit crazy with the mermaids' purses.
So pretty.
I know, they're gorgeous.
Emma, what's your favorite mermaid story?
Oh, I would say that I'm probably going to say The Little Mermaid, just because it's just beautiful. But
I have Ariel here.
yeah. But as well, I love I think one of my favourite legends about mermaids is actually from Cornwall, and it's called The Mermaid of Zenna. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it actually.
It's I actually wrote a story based on it called The Saleman's Daughters, and it's basically the story of a guy called, what was his name? Matthew Trueheller, and he was such a good singer in the church choir that he caught the attention of a mermaid, and she would swim up into the cove to listen to him. And then one day she took him away with her, and he was never seen again. But I like to think they were happy at the bottom of the sea.
I read that in Mermaids, was it in Ireland or in Cornwall, that they're actually quite nice and they don't drown people, but they take the men to be their mates in underwater homes.
Yeah.
I think it was in Ireland.
I think it was in Ireland, because in Cornwall I think they can drown you. Yeah.
So if you want to find nice mermaids, maybe go to Ireland.
Yeah. But Ireland's a lovely country anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to go there. I really want to go to Dublin and go to the Hill of Tara, where all of the old pagan kings were crowned.
And there's the mountain of Mab in Ireland. I need to go there.
And I think
Mab is one of my fairy queens.
Yeah, and Titania from A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Tanya.
I love her.
In Finland we don't really have mermaids with tails that many, because it's very flat land and there isn't that much sea. But there is some mermaid characters. There's sea god and sea goddess, Ahti and Vellamon, and their stories are mostly found from Western Finland. And then when you go to Eastern Finland, there's mermaid legends that are very influenced by Slavic folklore.
There's one story which is sort of a mermaid. I think I've told you this one before, but it's from around like this area, and it's called the Azerite.
No, I haven't heard it.
It's Azrai or Azray, depending on which version you read. But it's basically the story about a young man who, him and his village, they lived on the shore of this beautiful lake with loads of fish in it. But the fishermen never went there to fish. And the young man said, "Well, why don't we fish there?" And they said, "Because we will disturb the Azrai that live in the depths, who's the water people, and they can only come out at night because if any of the sun touches them, they'll melt into a pool of water."
Oh, cool!
But they come up to the surface of the lake to dance in the moonlight on the surface of the water, and I thought, that's so cool. And this young man basically just said, "I don't believe that. I'm going to go and fish there anyway," instead of going off to some faraway lake. He went and he cast his nets out, and he accidentally caught one of them, one of the Azerite, and she begged him to put her back. But when he looked at her, all that he thought was, "I'm going to be rich. She's going to make me a fortune." So she reached out to him and grabbed hold of his hand, pleading with him to put her back. But and her touch burned him, just completely burned his hand. So he threw some reeds over her, I think, and just cover her up, and rowed back to the shore. And by the time he got back to the shore, the sun had come up, and when he pulled back the reeds, she'd melted into a pool of water. But he was shamed for the rest of his life because he had this mark on his hand, and all of the villagers knew what he had done. So he lived in shame for the rest of his life. So it's quite depressing, really, when you think about it. But I actually my first book, Blind-Sighted Wanderer, was actually based on that legend, and it was basically me thinking, what would have happened if she'd got away and she was not happy? So
I don't think she would have been very happy.
No. So that was my first story, because I grew up with that legend. I first heard it, I think, when I was about 5 years old, and I loved that, because in a lot of mermaid stories, it's the mermaid. She uses her beauty to lure the men in, whereas in that story, the mermaid nymph's beauty was her own demise. Really.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's usually the other way around.
It is. Yeah. We have näkkis in Finland, or kids there warned not to go to swim too deep because then näkki will catch you. And it's interesting because näkki, it's usually described to be like handsome male in like Western Finland. Not always, but that's like a Swedish influence. But most of the time näkki is just described to be ugly sea monster who snatches people. it's really interesting because you can find that legend really everywhere pretty much.
There's a similar one from around here, and it has a ton of different names. Nellie Longarm, I think, is the most popular one, but there's also Wicked Jenny, Wicked Ginny, and it's basically the same thing to try and get kids to not go too close to the water because Nellie Longarm will come out and drag you in.
Yeah, I was told to Emma earlier that in Finnish, seashell, one of the words for it is näkinkenkä, which means näkkishoe, and in Sweden the water lily, that is nacksros, knickers rose. So it has all kinds of these names related to water and sea connected to näkki. It's very widespread because when I was a kid my grandparents always told me that do not get too close to water because näkki is going to snatch you.
Yeah.
I don't think parents really use that much anymore.
No.
My grandparents definitely did. So it's a very widely spread legend.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few watery ones around here, but I think the Azerite and Nellie Longarm are the most, I wouldn't even say popular. I think I know them just because I'm a legend nut, and I like finding this kind of stuff out. But there's one which I can think of, and I'm not sure where it's from. I want to say somewhere around Scandinavia, and it's called the Nine Daughters of Ran. Have you heard of that one?
I can't say I have.
I'm pretty sure.
Might be Norwegian or Swedish.
I'm really racking my brains now trying to think, because it's been ages since I read it. From what I can remember, Ran was a sea goddess, and she had 9 daughters, and they were all mermaids, and they had an extraordinary power to sing up storms, and they would wreck ships. And I think that's it. It's been ages since I've read it.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So what do you think of the island?
I think it's beautiful. Just filled with mermaid magic.
Yeah. And
mermaid vibes here.
And Niina saw her very first wild seal.
That was beautiful. Wild seal. Well, head of a wild seal.
Head of a seal, yes, bobbing around. There were about 300 of them on the bank, but we can only really see them through binoculars. We'll have to come back when the tide's in because they come all around the island and look at you.
Yeah, they seem pretty chilled animals.
They are. And we can hear them. I suppose singing is the right word. Just whoa.
Yeah, I guess it's singing.
Yeah. But
or howling like wolves.
Yeah.
That might be
howling,
more closer
howling,
to reality.
Howling, barking, wailing.
Aww.
Like that seal we were watching. Move, egg.
They're really, really too cute.
They're gorgeous. I love them. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I think my favorite mermaid stories are. I think I really like the stories about nymphs from Greece.
Yes, like the Undines and
Undines and utuneita, like we call them in Finnish mythology, the mist maidens who dance above waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really tales, but you know,
legends.
Watery, ethereal creatures.
Yeah.
Undines, definitely. I really like the story of Lorelei from Germany.
Yes, the River Rhine.
Yeah, the River Rhine, but that's because I love the Blackmore's Night song.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I know. And the winds would cry, and the men would die. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, it's great.
And I just had another one on the tip of my tongue. Oh, what was it? Selkie.
Oh, selkies.
We've just been talking about seals. How can we not talk about selkies?
Yeah. I was in Scotland recently, but I wasn't in the coast, so I didn't really see seals there, but hopefully in the future.
Just thinking, actually, I don't know whether you've heard of it. There's an animation called The Song of the Sea.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I really want to, though. And have you seen Ponyo? That's
on my list as well. I've seen the trailer for it.
Oh my gosh, it's Ponyo is great. It's the Little Mermaid done by Japan, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's just ham. You'll understand that reference when you watch it.
What's my favorite mermaid movie? Probably Splash.
Oh, I was just thinking of Splash.
I love it. I just recently watched Hook, but there's mermaids like only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
They are nice. The mermaids in Peter Pan, it's not new anymore. I think it was 2002.
Was that the one with forgot his name.
Jason Isaacs?
Oh, Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, he was Lucius Malfoy.
That had really nice mermaids. Even
They
more
were
prettier fairies.
Yeah, the mermaids were just weird. They looked like mermaids crossed with Navi from Avatar.
Oh, yeah. They weren't there either very long time.
No.
Only a few minutes.
A couple of minutes, yeah, and you had to hiss
I
at
like
them.
the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean, the mermaid stuff there.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah.
Those were Wicked Mermaids.
I love
Most of them.
I love that song as well. That they
It's a
sing.
nice one. Have you seen Miranda?
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's an old one.
Yeah.
Oh. What's her name? Gwennis Johnson.
Glynis Jones.
Glennis, yeah, her.
Yeah, she was
Mrs.
Banks.
Yeah. Oh. I found it on YouTube a few years ago and watched it. That's like probably one of the earliest mermaid films ever made.
Yeah.
Probably.
They've brought out a new Little Mermaid film though, haven't
Yeah,
they?
I've heard that.
I saw it in advertised in Faye magazine. I need to see it. I need to see the new King Arthur movie as well.
So many movies coming up.
I know. And good movies. I hope they're good anyway.
Oh, Ariel. Ariel is nice. Oh.
I wonder if they'll remake The Little Mermaid like they've remade Beauty and the Beast.
They might.
I think because it was on the cards for a while. I think Chloe Grace Moretz was going to be Ariel, but I don't know if it's still on the cards.
I know they're making Mulan and Lion King next. I don't like that.
Well, I heard if for Mulan they were going to get Zhang Ziyi. She was in House of Flying Daggers. I think she was going to be Mulan. And if that's the case, I really hope that they get her because she would be awesome as Mulan. I'm really not sure about Lion King though, because
we'll see.
I mean, based on the strength of the Jungle Book, you know, they probably could pull it off, but should they pull it off? That's the question. That's
always the question. It's true.
Oh, birds.
Birdies.
Easily distracted. I love the Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid, but I remember, I mean, we were talking about this last time, weren't we? How things were censored, and not censored, how things were changed because people didn't like the original endings and stuff, like Rapunzel. The Grimm brothers had to make that she wasn't pregnant.
They had to edit themselves.
Yeah. And it was the same with Andersen, if I remember right, because originally in The Little Mermaid, she, spoilers, in the original she dies.
Yeah,
but in the original, she stayed dead. She didn't become a spirit. No.
Oh, really?
No. In the original, she stayed dead, and then he added that bit because I think the kids were upset or something.
Probably.
But again, it just
she wants to get the soul in the final version.
Yeah. I felt so sorry for her though that she you know she turned
That's
into
a
foam.
lot of thing to do for a guy that you don't even know.
Yeah. it's like a running joke. Oh, how does it go? It's like I sold my soul for a vagina. That really takes all of the magic out of it, doesn't it?
It's funny, I did the research on, well, I did a course on Hans Christian Andersen a few years ago, and it was run by the University of Odense.
I think was it a free course?
Yeah, it was online.
I did the same one.
You did the same one. Maybe
Yeah.
we're on the same course.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, it's really interesting because they had this analysis on some of Andersen's fairy tales and compared that to the Disney version. Well, in this case, Little Mermaid. and it was really interesting because there was talk the way the little mermaid, when she gets her legs, she literally, it hurts when she walks, but that's very natural because she has had a tail for all of her
Yeah,
life.
never
And
had to
she
put weight on her
learns to
legs.
walk.
Yeah.
So it, I think that whole part of legs being painful just because, you know, she wants to be a human, it's actually has a biological
Yeah.
reasons for it.
Yeah, and in the original, they literally had to cut out her tongue. That was how the witch took her voice. So there was no way she was getting her voice back.
No. And in a way it separates her because fish is an animal, and she is like half animal, half human, and the rest of people are humans, and she didn't blend into the society.
No, and I think another thing
so,
as well, there was no 3-day limit. It was
No.
just, you go and see if you can do it. Because wasn't she with him for a couple of months or something?
Yeah, and she was like,
Hello, Mr.
she
Big.
was 14 or 15.
Something like that, yeah.
That's typical fairy tale coming to age.
Yeah.
No. I think nowadays if you would rewrite every fairy tale, I think it would be 19 or something, or even older.
Yeah, but
35.
saying that though, even in the Disney movie, Ariel is 16. Most of the Disney princesses are about 16.
Ariel is very young, but yeah, Elsa is 21. She's the oldest.
Snow White is the youngest. She's
Yeah.
14, I think.
Yeah, but
13
that's
or
based
14?
on the Grimm fairy tale very much.
Yeah, but it's actually...
Elsa was made up. Pretty much.
Just thinking, actually, it's quite a good thing that they didn't follow the Grimm fairy tale too closely, because in the original, I think she was only 7 years old.
Snow White.
Yeah.
I think that depends on the version.
I'm
that
sure
you
that,
read.
I'm sure the version I read, she was about 7 or 8 years old. That was because that's why I found... I mean, it's quite a dark fairy tale anyway, but that's why I found it so horrifying, because all of this is happening to a 7-year-old girl.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Little Mermaid, but she was very naive girl in the story. Ariel she has more brain.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and she's a bit sassier.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a bit sassier.
Yeah.
She's a kick-ass Ariel.
She's cool. I like Ariel. She was my favourite Disney princess when I was a girl.
I think mine was Belle. I think mine is still Belle.
I think I don't know who mine is now. Because when I was growing up, I loved Ariel and I loved Belle. They were my favourites. And now I love Moana.
Oh, Moana.
And Elsa. I do love Elsa.
Moana and Elsa.
Yeah.
Yes. Anna is not bad either.
Yeah, I like Anna.
Or Rapunzel.
Yeah, she's good. They're just all of them. How do you choose?
Yeah. I don't know.
One thing I did love about Moana though was that because all of the cast for that either were Polynesian or had Polynesian ancestry or roots. And
That's so cool.
And the girl who they got to do Moana's voice, Ali Cravalho, I think her name was.
Does The Rock has Polynesian roots?
Yeah.
I think he might have.
And the girl who did Moana's voice, she's Hawaiian, but she was also the same age as Moana when she did the voice. Because usually when people do the voiceovers, they're in their 30s or so, aren't they? Like Idina Menzel, who did Elsa, she's quite, established, isn't she? I think she's in her 30s. But Ali Cravalho, she was about 14 or 15 when she did the voice.
Nurmima, who was the original voice of Ariel, she was 16 when she did the voiceover for her, the Finnish version.
Yeah, in the English it's Jodie
in the
Benson.
80s, long time ago, and she's an opera singer and an actress. I really like her. As
something I found
Ariel.
quite interesting is the English Ariel, Jodie Benson. She was also Thumbelina.
Yeah, she was.
And she had
I've
red
seen
hair in that as well.
I think that's a messed up movie, Thumbelina.
To be honest, a lot of Don Bluth movies are though. American Tail, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
That many of them.
Well,
Thumbelina was the one I saw recently.
Well, he's Anastasia.
Anastasia is brilliant.
Yeah. I
think Thumbelina, it's the plot that gets me.
Yeah. The thing that gets me is I'm pretty sure.
I like the fairy stuff in it though.
Yeah.
The animation.
But Don Bluth actually said you can show anything to a kid so long as it has a happy ending. That's why all his movies are so dark, but they have like a brilliant payoff at the end.
I never thought about that. I don't think they're very dark, but I haven't seen all of them.
Oh, you should watch Secret of Nim. Have you seen Secret of Nim?
No.
Yeah, that's dark. And An American Tale can be quite dark in places.
What's American Tale but female?
5-0, yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
And the sequel.
I prefer the original. The sequel.
Yeah. It's a long time ago since I watched them.
Yeah. I've got the first one on
American
DVD.
Tale, that's a bit dark, yeah. It has the I think the monsters were Jewish. Yeah.
I just remember.
And they escaped the war.
Yeah, and they made that giant blow-up mouse.
That was scary.
The giant mouse of Minsk?
That was freaky scary.
Yeah.
And it had flaming eyes and everything. Yeah.
I know. It's just funny though when I think back.
I didn't even know that was John Bluth's movie.
Yeah, Don Bluth.
All right.
Yeah, same guy.
Everything you learn.
I know, and but Secret of Nim is probably what I would say. Secret of Nim is my favourite one that he's done. It is beautiful and it's dark and it's messed up. It's just a really cool movie.
That goes to my list. Yay! So many movies to my list.
Yeah. But it's I don't think it's as messed up as Watership Down. Have you seen Watership Down?
Nope.
You don't want to.
Have you seen Undine?
No.
Oh, it's I think it had Colin Farrell as a fisherman, and he was. It's an Irish film, and he picked a woman from the sea. Oh, you need to watch that. You
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh, I need to watch that. That sounds right up my
I won't
street.
spoil you, but the girl, they call her Undine, and the guy is single father, and it's just not. It's a pretty dark, but
Yeah.
quite magical. It's that kind of cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
You would like that.
I will definitely have to.
I think you can find it on YouTube actually.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Mm.
We need more mermaid films though, just more like good mermaids films.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing I loved about Splash was that I remember when they were filming it, and Daryl Hannah, who played Madison, she actually did all of the underwater stuff herself.
Yeah, they were originally were going to have a professional swimmer to do that,
Yeah.
but she was better than all the rest.
Yeah, because I think she said she was obsessed with mermaids when she was a kid, so she used to tie her feet together in the pool and practice doing the strokes, so she had it down when they did the movie.
I love this film. Oh,
I love it when she's like,
I need to watch it again when I go home.
Yeah, I love it when she's like, okay, my name is, and she's like, and she breaks all the TVs.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
But it makes sense. That's probably how mermaids would actually speak. It's similar to how dolphins speak.
She's just so pretty. She's so pretty.
I love her hair.
Oh yeah. And the tail, orange tail and blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's why they made Ariel's hair red, because it was too similar to Daryl Hannah's hair. When they were planning what's the color of Ariel's hair.
Yeah.
And the red goes well with the blue in the animation, so.
Yeah, it pops out, doesn't it?
I think Splash came in 1988.
Yeah.
And Little Mermaid came in 1989.
What was what if you had a mermaid tail? What colour do you think it would be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe green. I like green.
I think mine would be sort of maybe a blue-purple mix.
Or maybe it could be like a bluish green.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be like the sea in summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like sea glass. That's like bottle green. Little
you and your sea glass.
Sea glass is awesome. Wrap it up.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up because we need to catch the tide back. Otherwise,
before we get drowned.
Otherwise we will be stranded on the island for 6 hours. So, and there is no other way back. We have to walk, and no boats come over here. So,
thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you very much.
You enjoy this mermaid chat.
Mermaid love.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.